Hi, welcome to this wood element yin yoga practice. This season is spring. The meridians are the gallbladder and the liver, and the emotion is anger. The wood element represents growth, expansion, and upward movement. Just like a tree grows up and out, our energy grows and expands. The poses chosen for this yin yoga practice will help stimulate the liver and gallbladder meridian. No props are necessary, however, I will be using 2 blocks. So go ahead and grab what you need and meet me in a seated position with your eyes closed or your gaze softened. Let's go ahead and just ground down to start our practice out. So if you're not already in a seated position and your eyes closed or gaze softened, go ahead and do that now. And once you arrive, just go ahead and notice your sits bones, whether they be in a mat or on a block. Just bring your awareness there. Allowing the spine to straighten as you roll your shoulders back. Dipping the chin, allowing the crown of the head to raise, allowing a lengthening in the back of the neck. And start taking a deep inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, bring the navel to spine. As you inhale, feel the ribs expand. As you exhale, navel in and up. Taking a few more breaths here on your own. Feeling the cool air as you inhale and the warm air as you exhale. Another deep inhale here. And as you exhale, feel the body relax. Last breath here. Go ahead and dip your chin. Rub the palms of your hands together and place them over your eyes. Moving any props out of the way if you're using a block, and come to a seated position. We're going to come into butterfly pose. Bring the soles of the feet together. Pull them in towards your groin. You might have to adjust your hips. Lengthen through the spine. And as you hinge forward, go to where you feel the most resistance and then stop. Start here. And as you're in the pose, allow the body to open up and move deeper into the pose. Your hands can be out in front of you, or if you like to use blocks, you can stack your blocks and allow the forehead to meet the block, hands out in front of you. Whatever position you have chosen, just bring your awareness to your breath, feeling the nice stretch in the inner thighs and the hips, where the liver meridian runs. As you hold this pose, I want you to think on the following reflection question.
Where in my life am I feeling stagnant, and how can I create movement or growth in this area? Slowly start to back out of the pose. Bringing the hands into the knees and bringing them together. Go ahead and wrap your hands around your knees and just fold over, giving yourself a hug. And let's go ahead and move into our next pose, which is dragon pose. So meet me in a low lunge, bringing the right foot to the top of the mat. Your hands can come to the mat if you have that flexibility, or to a block. We want the focus to be on the lower body so that we can stimulate both the liver and the gallbladder. If you are in this pose on your hands and you're feeling so much in your wrist and your shoulders, you're taking that away from your hips. So you want to bring in the blocks. And they can be at the highest level or whatever you feel the most stretch. And for me, I have sensitive knees. So if you do have sensitive knees like me, go ahead and bring in a blanket. Bringing in the most comfort into this pose will allow you to really focus on the lower body and allow it just to open up on its own. Whatever level you chose for your blocks, whether it be on the highest or the second level like I am, as you're in the pose, if you want to go deeper, allow the body just to open up and go deeper on its own. Remembering you don't want to feel any numbness, tingling, or pain. Hold the pose.
And as you hold the pose, think, what new goals or projects am I excited to nurture, and how can I take the first step towards them?
Slowly start moving out of the pose. Straightening the leg, flexing the foot, bringing the hands to the mat, shifting the hips back for a quick reset. And let's move off to the other side. Stepping the left foot into your low lunge, setting up just the way you set up on the other side. And you'll notice one side is more flexible than the other. Just notice it.
As you're in this pose, I want you to think, how flexible am I dealing with new challenges? And how can I cultivate more adaptability?
Reversing out, straightening the leg, flexing the foot, hands to the mat or to blocks as you shift your hips back for a quick reset. moving everything out of the way. And coming down to your belly, we'll move into Sphinx pose.
Coming down to your belly, you'll prop yourself up on your forearms, elbows under shoulders.
Really press the chest forward, trying to soften the lower back. Feeling the nice stretch in the torso will help stimulate the liver meridian.
And as you hold this pose, think, what vision do I hold for my future? And how aligned are my current actions with this vision?
Slowly start to bring your head to your hands. And then pressing up and back into a child's pose. Might feel nice to shake the hips. Moving up into a tabletop position. We're going to come into a seated position and make our way onto our backs. With your feet on the mat, you'll want to take your left leg and wrap it around the right leg. Once your legs are in place, bring your arms to a T and allow the legs to fall over to the right.
And as you hold this pose, think, where do I need to set clear boundaries to project my energy and personal growth?
Slowly start coming out of the pose. Plant the feet on the mat. Take a quick happy baby here. You want your lower back to touch the mat, so if holding on to your feet, you feel your lower back pull up, grab your ankles or even the back of your calves. You can stay here, or if it feels nice, slowly rock to massage the lower back. And let's move off to the other side. So wrapping the right leg over the left, arms to a T, and allow the legs to fall off to the side.
While holding this pose, think, what can I release in my life that no longer serves my personal development?
Coming out of the pose, bringing the feet to the mat. Shifting the hips to center your tailbone. And come into another happy baby, massaging that lower back. We'll move into our final pose, which is Shavasana. So you can take this however you want it. There's no right way for a Shavasana. You can take traditional corpse pose. You can do legs up the wall, child's pose. Today, so I can still put the focus on the lower body, I'm going to come into a reclined butterfly. So soles of the feet in together, pulling them in towards the groin. I like to lift my hips up to adjust everything and just allow the legs to open up. Arms can be to a T or up overhead for a full body stretch. And just surrender into the pose, softening the space between your eyebrows. Relaxing the corner of your eyes. Softening the jaw, opening and closing it a couple times. Rolling the shoulders under to open up the chest. Relaxing the arms. Feel the back body melting into the mat. Relaxing the front body. Softening the hips, thighs, calves, ankles, feet, and toes. Shavasana. Bring the awareness back to your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Possibly a full body stretch would feel nice here. And when you're ready, let's meet on our favorite side. And as you're here, I want you to think on what areas in your life are you craving growth and expansion? And what's one step you can take today to move you in that direction? Coming up into a seated position, where we'll take one final breath together to close out our practice. Hands down by your side. You're going to inhale the arms up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. I want to thank you so much for sharing your yin practice with me today. I hope this practice will help you grow and expand. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.